welcome back to my channel. It's me, Ray, and I am here with another video. Thank you for coming back. Click the subscribe button. I will appreciate if you join our family here on YouTube. Siri, what is the average cost of a wedding in New York City?
Okay, I found this on the web for what is the average cost of a wedding in New York City.
What? Okay. First of all, Lord, according to Siri, according to CNN Money, the average cost of a New York City wedding is $77,000. $77,000 is the average cost for a wedding in New York City. I can't tell. What? Okay. So, based off that number, I want y'all to keep that number in your mind up here. Because you never know, YouTube is worldwide. I don't know who's watching this. You may have it, but we didn't. So I'm going to give you 10 tips on how when I say we, my husband and I was able to have a beautiful wedding, as you saw in the video that was just posted in the intro. And we did not spend $77,000 because ain't nobody got time for that. $77,000, I don't have it, we don't have it. And if you don't have it, then this video is for you. The first thing that I would say when planning your wedding, whether you have $70,000 or not, the first thing that you should do is you should narrow it down to what is it about the day that's going to make your family most happy. Have that as the umbrella for the goal for the entire day. What is it that matters most to your family? That looks different for everyone. So for my family, I know that my family likes to party, as well as my in-laws. They're both groups of people that it doesn't matter where we are, as long as we have food, as long as we have alcohol, and as long as we have good music, it's going to be a wonderful time. So I knew that alcohol, food, and music was important to us. And as long as we had those three things, that was all that was going to matter. You write it down, speak to your fiance, think about your family, and say, what is it that we care most about? And then once you have that in the forefront of your mind, it'll be so easy for you to plan everything else. Tip number 2 is after you've decided what the day looks like, you have to create a budget. Automate your savings. What worked for me is not seeing it and taking the money out before I can even touch it. So automate your savings. Put it in a place that's not easy accessible so that you won't always have to dip into it. What I did was I had set up automatic payments from my paycheck, and I sent it to an online savings account. I can link the bank that I use below. It's a wonderful bank. It's called ATTIRE. They do not have any physical branches that you could just walk in and grab the money. So it's so convenient, and it's an easy way to save and not think about it. Set it and forget. That number is specific to your needs. I chose the number based on how much money I felt like we needed. If you watched my previous videos, you'll see that my husband and I, we planned our wedding in 6 months. So we did not have a lot of time. So we had to stick to the budget and be consistent with contributing to that savings account. Number 3, I would say number 3 is one of the most important parts of planning a wedding, and it has to do with the venue. So you have to decide, do I want to have my ceremony and my reception in the same venue? If not, I have to find 2 separate places. What we did was we had our ceremony at a church, and then we had our reception at a separate reception hall. So ask your fiance, speak to your family, and just discuss it and say, what does the day look like for us? And based on that answer, then you can start to do your research. I would suggest to try to find a ceremony venue that's free. So if you are a member of a church already, you can ask your pastor, may I have my wedding here? Most churches would just allow you to give a donation if you are already a member. Depending on what part of the country you live in, you can have your wedding in a park. Here in New York City, they allow people to have wedding ceremonies in parks, and the permit is only $25. But then, of course, when you're using a wedding in a park, you have to thinking to your mind, I have to buy, you know, chairs, I have to do so many different rentals, and that stuff can add up. So just, you know, do your research. Give yourself time to research to find your venue, to shop around for your vendors. We did, our caterer was local, our makeup artist, our DJ, our wedding officiant, our photographer, our day of coordinator were all people referred by family and friends, or were a part of our family and friends network. I found my wedding officiant on Instagram, and when I tell you, she was the bomb.com. Her name is her brand is Married by Roxy. I will link her information below. She was amazing. Her prices were amazing. Also, when it comes to vendors, you have to think about your makeup artist and your hairstylist. I was able to find a local, you know, small business hairstylist as well as makeup artist through a referral. One for my co-worker and one for my bride. You have to open up your mouth and speak and network with people, because if you just randomly blindly go online and search wedding and makeup artists, trust me, the searches that are going to come up are people that are very, very expensive. People that are in the wedding industry, they hike up their prices just because it's a wedding. So speak to people that you know, get referrals, ask friends and family, can they do this for you? So for our DJ, we were able to use a co-worker. For our photography and our videography, we used one of my husband's clients. Of course, these things are not for free, but like I said again, it's not going to be the same price as it would be if you reach out to professionals in the wedding industry. And just a little tip when working with family and friends, not to say that a person that's in your family, a person that's your friend that's just starting out may not be professional, but because you have that relationship with the person, I would say to complete a contract. As we all know, that the wedding dress is a big, big part of the budget. And fortunately for me, because I was doing my research, I was able to get my wedding dress under $500. My wedding dress was online. I purchased it from an online vendor, and it was a custom-made wedding dress from China. I have a video already with a full review of my dress, and I'll link it either up here or in the description box so that you can see that entire experience, and you get to see my beautiful dress. And I paid a fraction of the cost. The same thing with my husband. He was able to rent his suit. You know, renting may be more affordable than buying a suit. Sometimes it's the same price. But, you know, just do your research so that you can cut the wardrobe budget in half. Is getting a day of coordinator. A day of coordinator. If you are planning this wedding yourself and you don't have a wedding planner, the least you could do is get someone to organize everything for that day. Because yes, you've done everything for yourself up until the day of the wedding. But on that day, trust me, you are not going to have time to be checking to see if a vendor delivered the stuff, to be talking to the DJ, to be speaking to this, doing decor. You don't have time for that. So reach out to someone. Going back to tip number three, shopping local and speaking to family and friends. See if you have someone that you're very close with that can get this done for you. There are so many resources online that you can find for day of coordinators where you can literally type everything out and you can get someone who's reliable to do this for you. Is, of course, DIY projects. Let me tell you, YouTube and Pinterest was my #2 sites that I used to research DIY projects. Way before my wedding, I decided I'm going to try to make certain things myself because, of course, we are on a budget and I cannot afford to find, you know, different people to do all of these things for me. So I've decided, I made a list of things that I wanted to DIY myself. And when I did the shopping for most of my DIY projects, I shopped online. Shopping online allows you to find so many deals. I used wish.com. I have a video on that. Amazon Prime was my best friend. I used different coupons and stuff from online to buy stuff from Michael's. Ebates was my best friend, and if you don't know what Ebates is, it's a service that allows you to get cash back on online purchases. So shopping online for your DIY projects is a great way to save money. Some of the DIY projects that my husband and I decided to do together was we made our table centerpieces. I may have a video for that or a photo. I'll link it below. We made our wedding seating chart. We also made, I made my bridal brooch bouquet as well as my bridesmaids bouquets. I made the boutonnieres for all of the guys. What else did we make? I'm looking over here. Our wedding toast champagne flutes, I DIY'd that. Just try to DIY whatever it is that you can. Of course, you have to practice before the day of, because you want this stuff to come out, you know, looking kind of professional. But, you know, do your research, practice, watch tons of videos, order the stuff online, use coupons, and you'll be able to save money by doing DIY projects. Cut out the extras. Before my wedding, I had did like a quick little poll on Facebook, and I had typed the status, and I said to all of my brides, to all of my my current brides, my current married people, what are some things that you said you spent on that you could have left out? And like, what were the extras that you say, you know, you thought you needed but turned out you actually did not need it? I would say cut that stuff out. So to give you an example of some things that I would suggest: wedding programs, cut it out. People leave them on the chair. That stuff goes in the garbage, and then depending on how many people you're gonna have, you have to print so much. Printing, cut it out. The extras. What's another extra that I can think of? Wedding favors. Really sit down with your fiance and have a conversation to say, you know, do we really need this? Because those small little extras add up. Something else that was considered an extra for me is the extreme wedding decor. Like, when I was planning this wedding, I thought to myself, what are the best weddings that I went to? What was it that I remembered so much about the day? And to be honest with you, I did not remember all of the crap that was on the table. You don't even have space to even put your phone down because it's just so much decor on the table. It's like, Lord, I just need a plate, a centerpiece, and my utensils. Cut out the extras. And going back to what I said in the beginning, if that's something that's not important to you, you do not need it. There's no golden rule that you have to have a full table full of just stuff. That's considered an extra. Cut it out. Another thing that I would cut out, that I would say is not really necessary, is like little small decor items. At the end of the day, extras is something that is specific to the couple. Sure, you guys know that when you have a wedding, there's a long list of people that decide to help you out with your big day, especially your wedding party. Your wedding party is responsible for planning your bridal shower, planning your bachelorette weekend. So just think of something nice and affordable that you can do for your bridesmaids, just to show them that I appreciate all that you did for me. I appreciate the sacrifice. I got these personalized bags I ordered off of Etsy. I got them a personalized wine glass. I got them a bag holder. I bought all of them the wedding belt sash that they wore on top of their dresses. I got them a small little bridesmaids kit, and it came with like a little kit with a bunch of miscellaneous stuff that you need on the day of. What else did I got? Their jewelry, the accessories. It was the earrings, and I think a necklace or a bracelet, one of those. I don't remember. My memory is so bad. You know, just small things just to say thank you. So all of the stuff that I got them was inside of a bag, and it was just my way of saying thank you. You know, make a list of things that you want to get for different people, and shop around, shop online, use coupons so that you can cut that budget in half. It's the honeymoon. Let me tell you, if you are not willing to splurge on anything else as it relates to this wedding, the honeymoon is the #1 thing that you have to splurge on. Because after all of this time that you and your fiance spend planning this big day for everyone else to have a good time, you are going to be stressed, and you need that time right after your wedding. Do not wait. Go right away so that you can just be in honeymoon mode with your new husband and to just relax and enjoy each other's company and lay back on the beach with a cocktail. So how we was able to save money on our honeymoon was, of course, research websites that allow you to pay when you get there, and or to pay using a payment plan. So for our flights, we used a website called ATTIRE Affordable. I'm gonna link the link in the description box, because let me tell you, that website is like our holy grail. We use it for everything. What ATTIRE Affordable allows you to do is you find a flight on a list of vendors that they have on their site. Once you find a flight, you send a screenshot to ATTIRE Affordable of the full price. They give you a payment plan. So all you have to do is on the day to book the flight is to give them a deposit, and then after that you set up a payment plan bi-weekly and you pay on your ticket. Of course, for that convenience of doing a payment plan, there is a fee, but it's so worth it, especially when you have so much other stuff that you have to pay for. Paying for stuff over time is way better than having to dish out a whole chunk of money at one time. To having the wedding of your dreams and to do it on a budget is to make sure that you have fun. Having fun, you know how much it costs you to have fun? $0. It's free. At the end of the day, if so many things went wrong, if your centerpieces didn't come out the way you want to, your dress is not fitting the way it was when you tried it on, your hair is not working out, whatever it may be, put all of those things to the side and just live in the moment and have a good time with your husband. At the end of the day, you pay all of this money for people to eat, for people to drink. You need to eat, you need to drink, and you need to have a good time. So we made it to the end. Thank you so much for the support.